What's up, everybody? It is Amrinder Singh. Today, we are going to learn some really good phrases of Punjabi. So, basically, today I'm going to talk about how to talk about imagination. There would be a lot of situation when we have to make the imagination. So basically, we are going to talk about two types of imagination. One is in kind of in the past, we make some kind of imagination, we have regret, whatever. Basically, it's imagination. Another kind of imagination, we just imagine if that's going to be. Basically, it's for future. Two types of imaginations. One for past and one for in future. So that's what I'm gonna explain in this lesson. All right. So what I mean by past imagination or future imagination. For example, the the example of past imagination, right? So past imagination is like yesterday you had a party, right? It already gone, right? You had a party, you invited your friend, but he couldn't come, whatever the reason, right? And you are just imagine, or maybe you are telling to your another friend or family, whatever, you are saying like, if he was here just yesterday, that would have been better, right? So now he wasn't on the party yesterday, so now it's your imagination, imagination, just like if he was here yesterday, and that would have been better, right? It's your imagination. It didn't happen. This is not reality. And this is imagination in the past, right? Like, which can't be true at all. It can't be true because it's totally imagination in the past, which like didn't happen, all right? Now, let's say the example of the imagination of future, which have some kind of chances to happen. It might possible. For example, you are going to have a party at your house tomorrow, whatever, and you invited your friend, and he was has some kind of other things to do, whatever, and he said he is not sure he might come if he get time, whatever, right? And now maybe your family member, whatever, other friend asking you like he will come, whatever, and now you are just imagine or making the imagination. You are just saying to him like, if he comes tomorrow, that would be better, right? So it's still imagination. You don't know he will come, whatever. Your imagination, if he will come tomorrow, that will be great, whatever. You guys are gonna have fun, whatever. It is imagination of future, all right? And it has chances to be a true, right? So the past imagination we talk, it can't be true at all. The future, if it has some chances. So now that's what I'm going to talk about. How would you say these kind of sentences in a Punjabi? So these sentences are really important, guys. Very important because we use it all the time. I think when we are talking, if you want to have a conversation, you need, I think, uh, these kind of sentences to know how to speak, because a lot of time if you're inviting somebody, whatever, if they are not coming, whatever, they say, oh, we'll see, whatever, that time you can say like, I think if you comes, that will be better, right? Something like that. So it's really good. I'm not sure you will find these kind of things in books. Maybe, I'm not sure, you let me know. This is a kind of more colloquial way we are going to talk about. So as you guys know, there are very less material of colloquial Punjabi on the internet. I don't know. I don't go for such, whatever. Probably you guys know, but I remember like 2 3 years ago when I started podcast, I was looking for that. I couldn't find much like material or content about uh, colloquial Punjabi. That's why I started this podcast. Maybe now I have more. I don't know, but it's still very rare, right? So that's why I'm gonna teach you this thing. So let's kick this thing off. So let's take the same example. We were talking about the party, right? Your friend, he like didn't come to your party, whatever the reason, and now you're telling somebody like if he was here yesterday, that would have been better, right? In Punjabi you will say like ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. All right, so you can see these kind of sentences we are gonna make with ਹੁੰਦਾ, right? ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. Basically we are connecting two sentences. ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ, that's the one, ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ, that's the second. All right, now if you talking about your female friend, right, then the first sentence is going to be a little bit changed. Instead of a hundi, then x is going to be not shit, not hundi. Instead of a hunda, it's going to be a hundi. Like jeo kal ithe hundi tam vadiya hunda. So last part is not gonna change. It's gonna be stay same vadiya hunda. All right. The first part is going to change if she is a girl or woman. ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. All right, if you want to make a plural, right, the masculine plural or mixed plural, then you can say ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. In this case, maybe you are talking about your two friends, three friends, whatever, they couldn't come to your party, and that time you just imagine as a plural you will say ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. Now it's ਹੁੰਦੇ, right? For plural is hunde. If it's only girl, then you would use hundiyan. ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੀਆਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. All right, sometimes people, when it comes to plural like a masculine and feminine words, it's not a big deal. I also see people, for even girl, they are using masculine plural, right? Because for mixed it's used masculine plural. Like if it is men and women, whatever, the your two friends you're talking about, one is guy, one is girl, that time you would use hunde. All right, so it's not a big deal when it comes to that one. But make sure if you're when you're pronouncing singular, that time don't make the mistake, right? Again, for girl, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੀ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. For guy, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. For plural, ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. All right, so basically in this case, even you are like choosing other pronouns, like you are using ਤੁਸੀਂ, ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. All right, it is pretty simple, pretty like a, we can say simple, because hunda is only going to change according to if it is a singular. It doesn't matter you are using two man stuff, whatever you're using. If it's singular masculine, it's going to be hunda. All right, if it's feminine singular, it's going to be hindi. It doesn't matter here, pronoun doesn't matter, honestly. Okay, so it's pretty simple. The second part is not gonna change, it's gonna be stay same. So let's take another example. For example, you are going to visit any other country. For example, let's say you went France. Now you're talking to your friend, and you just imagine like if he was with you there in France, that would have been better, right? Which is not true, which can't happen because you're already there, he is not there, whatever. Uh, right, in this case, basically in this case, like you went to the France, you came back to whatever the country, you just completed your trip. And that time if you're talking to your friend, you are saying like ye tu the hunda ta vadiya hunda. It means if you was there, right, that would have been better. So shit, did you see that shit? All the time when I try to make podcast, somebody is yelling at on the loudspeaker at my street. That's crazy. Anyway, so that was the imagination when we use in past. All right. It on the first part. Keep in mind. I'm gonna remind you again. Keep in mind, the first part is going to be a change according to the masculine or feminine or singular or plural. According to that one, pronouns doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what kind of pronoun you're gonna use. it's not gonna affect, all right? And the last part is gonna be stay same, all right? So it is not all about like going to be Honda at the last part, but like if you're talking about like that would have been better. If your sentence is like that, then it's always going to be Badiya Honda. Another example, if you wanna say like if you are talking to your friend like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ match ਦੇਖਦਾ, right? Now you are saying like if you were here yesterday, then you would have been watched a match, all right? Now basically at the end the last word is where the verb is going to be like a hunda, dekhda, karda, khedda, right? Da that's kind of form is gonna use in this case. But the example I was giving to that, because this kind of sentence used a lot most of the time, that's what we use, like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ, ਜੇ ਕੱਲ ਤੂੰ ਮੇਰੇ ਨਾਲ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੁੰਦਾ. That's kind of sentence we use a lot, right? That's why I was giving you example of that sentence. Anyway, now let's talk about the how to make imagination in future which can be true, which you can do something about it, right? So it is a little bit complicated, then not that complicated but a little bit complicated, because it's also going to change according to the pronouns, all right? Let's say same example, you are going to have a party tomorrow, and if you want to say if he comes tomorrow, that would be better, right? Then you will say ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ or ਹੋਊ, all right? So last part you will use ਹੋਊਗਾ or ਹੋਊ, ਹੋਊ or ਹੋਊਗਾ. Just pick whatever you choose, it doesn't matter, all right? ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਆਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, all right? Ave means come. Or if you just wanna say like if he will be here tomorrow, or right, or if he is here tomorrow, that would be better. Then that time you can say ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਨੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, ਹੋਵੇ, right? ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ. Again, in this case, masculine and masculine and feminine doesn't matter. It doesn't matter you're talking about your male friend or female friend. It doesn't matter. So you are gonna use ਹੋਵੇ in this case, ਹੋਵੇ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ. And keep in mind you would use ਹੋਵੇ for only masculine, not masculine, I mean only with singular. It doesn't matter it's feminine or masculine, right? You're going to use only with singular, but it should be a third subject or third person. I mean, what I mean by that, it mean o. If you're going to use o, that time you use hove, right? Hove. If you are going to use tu, then it's not going to be hove, all right? But tu I would use home, me sound, not hove, all right? For tum home. It might be a little different according to the accent, but in my area, Malwa accent, that's what we choose, all right? It might be a little different, so, but let's stick to the first with like a third person, right? ਹੋਵੇ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, right? ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਕਾਰ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, right? It means if I have a car, that would be better, right? Now again, car is third subject. I'm talking to you, whatever, I'm telling you something, I'm telling you, expressing my feelings, whatever, right? My imagination. ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਕਾਰ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਵੇ, like if I have a car, that would be better, right? So the car is third subject. The first person is me, second person is you, right? First person is me who's telling you things, the second is you who are listening to me. I'm talking about the car, that's the third thing, right? And it's singular. That's why ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਕਾਰ ਹੋਵੇ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, or ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਵੇ, whatever. Now let's take, if it's third person but it's plural, then it's going to be like horn, right? It's gonna be horn. Keep in mind, don't confuse with horn. Horn means noun. It's short. It's horn. Horn means a noun. Horn. Horn is longer. I pull the voice longer at horn. It's a different word. I notice few people get confused with this one. Horn and horn. Right? Horn means a noun, and horn means when you are making the imagination. For example, if you want to imagination, if I have a two cars, that would be a better whatever. That time you would say like ਜੇ ਮੇਰੇ ਕੋਲੇ ਦੋ ਕਾਰਾਂ ਹੋਣ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਦੋ ਕਾਰਾਂ ਹੋਣ now instead of ਹੋਵੇ you used horn, right? Because ਹੋਵੇ is only for a singular, right? Horn. In the same example, if you are like making the imagination about your two friends, you will say like ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਣ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਔਰ ਜੇ ਉਹ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਣ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, right? Now you're going to use ਹੋਣ with the plural if it's the third thing, all right? Again, if you want to use with like a second person, if you're going to use ਤੂੰ that's ਹੋਵੇਂ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, all right? The same thing like if you are gonna be here tomorrow, that would be better, right? Now with you with tu home, if you want to use to sing, for example to sing, then it's going to be a homo instead of home with to sing homo ਜੇ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਕੱਲ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਵੋ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਔਰ ਜੇ ਕੱਲ ਤੁਸੀਂ ਇੱਥੇ ਪਾਰਟੀ ਤੇ ਹੋਵੋ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, alright? If you want to use ਅਸੀਂ or ਆਪਾਂ, right? For example, I'm telling you something, I'm also including you about something like ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਡੈਨਮਾਰਕ ਹੋਈਏ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, right? Now it's ਹੋਈਏ because I'm also including you in imagination, right? It means like if we were in the Denmark, that would be better, right? Now in this imagination I include you, right? That's what ਹੋਈਏ I used ਅਸੀਂ or ਆਪਾਂ ਜੇ ਆਪਾਂ ਡੈਨਮਾਰਕ ਹੋਈਏ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋ or ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ whatever ਹੋਈਏ the first part is going to be ਹੋਈਏ if you want to use ਅਸੀਂ or ਆਪਾਂ, alright? And if you want to use ਮੈਂ like ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਡੈਨਮਾਰਕ ਹੋਵਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, now with ਮੈਂ is ਹੋਵਾਂ ਜੇ ਮੈਂ ਡੈਨਮਾਰਕ ਹੋਵਾਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, alright? For ਮੈਂ is ਹੋਵਾਂ, with ਤੂੰ is ਹੋਵੇਂ, with ਤੁਸੀਂ is ਹੋਵੋ, with ਅਸੀਂ is ਹੋਈਏ, alright? With o singular is ਹੋਵੇ, with o plural is ਹੋਣ. Got it? So that's the imagination when we make in the future. I'm gonna give you more another example. For example, let's say I'm in the Denmark, you are not there, whatever, and I'm telling you it's so fun here, whatever, and that time I would use like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੁੰਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਨਜ਼ਾਰਾ ਆਉਂਦਾ, right? ਹੁੰਦਾ like if you were here you would have been enjoying, right? Whatever, that kind of time. Now this imagination, it tells me you are not there, so but if you were here you would be enjoying whatever, right? Because you it's not, but let's say my imagination is a little different, the situation is still same. I'm just said like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਵੇਂ. Now it's the difference is I'm a little bit like telling you like come here man, like come here, enjoy, like, right? Because it has some kind of possibility it could happen in the future, right? So if I have any kind of hope, like you can be here, all right? You can be here with me in the Denmark, that time I would use ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਊਗਾ, all right? If I have no hope at all, like you can't be here with me, whatever, that time I would use like a hunda. Je tu itthe hunda ta vadiya hunda. All right. But I think people also mix it up. It's not a big deal, honestly. But that's all we use. Like as a beginner, if you make mistakes in that thing, it's not a big deal, right? But just keep in mind that the easiest thing to keep in mind, like if you're gonna make some kind of imagination which you know it can't be true, right? That time you would use hunda, right? The hunda thing I already described. But if you are going to use some kind of imagination and you know like it has some kind of possibility to be true, that time you would do like a hobby, something like that, right? So it is not like all the time going to be a hobby because it depends on the verb, what kind of verb you're gonna choose. I like take these verbs like a hobby, hunda, whatever. Basically, hunda and hobby is the same thing. It depends. You are using past, whatever the situation. The hobby is something like in the future, whatever, right? Because that's the thing we use a lot. Like if I give you another example, like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਵਧੀਆ ਹੋਗਾ ਔਰ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੋਵੇਂਗਾ, right? Now the scenario is same if you pay attention on the verbs. I said like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਵੇਂ is ਜਾਵੇਂ. Before what we were using with we were using ਹੋਵੇਂ, right? ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਇੱਥੇ ਹੋਵੇਂ. The verb is different but style is same. With the home is me and then jami is also the main sound at then jami, which means go, which means like if you go to the gym you would be a strong, right? Je tu gym jame ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੋਵੇਂ or ਜਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੋਵੇਂਗਾ ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਵੇਂ ਤਾਂ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੋਵੇਂਗਾ, stuff like that, right? Now if I'm just telling you something different, like ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, right? ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, like ਹੁੰਦਾ, right? ਹੁੰਦਾ ਜਾਂਦਾ, the verbs are different but the style is same, all right? It means you are weak, I know, because you didn't go to the gym. I was saying ਜੇ ਤੂੰ ਜਿਮ ਜਾਂਦਾ ਤਾਂ ਤੂੰ ਤਕੜਾ ਹੁੰਦਾ, all right? In this case I'm just bringing the reality in front of you, like if you did this thing in the past you would be strong. But when I'm using if you gym jame tatu takada hominga, but in this case I'm some kind of giving you like advice, something like that, giving you imagination advice, all right? So that's the difference with like these kind of um sentences, the imagination sentence. I don't know what you call it. It's not all the times imagination, but I think it's still imagination. When I'm telling you like if you go to the gym that will be like you would be strong, whatever, it's not in reality, right? I'm giving you imagination or my advice, whatever you want to call imagination sentences or whatever. Sometimes it's pretty close. Some in situation if you use instead of one or another is totally okay, but sometimes you can't exchange these tools. In a lot of situations you can exchange these tools. And so if you are still confused and you just also need some kind of written work, whatever, you can also take lessons from me if you want. If you good with that, you are good. If you want to know how to take lessons from me, make sure you can email me, all right? Or you can also join my Patreon. So yeah, that's how it is going. So guys, that's it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson and learned something new today. I'll be back with another lesson another day.